What's going on, everybody? It's Saturday, May 7th, and it is the pre-release day of new Phyrexia. I sadly could not go to it because I was broke. I just recently bought a collection from a friend, so I had zero money, but I got a nice Magic collection. So, today my video is going to be about the top cards for new Phyrexia, in my opinion. I'm going to do top constructed cards and top limited cards for me. Alrighty, the first ones I'm going to talk about is it's the top 11, because I couldn't narrow it down to 10 cards for standard or just any kind of constructed deck. So we'll start with number 11. Number 11 is Immolating Soul Eater. This guy he's pretty cool. I think that you could see some kind of combo deck be built out of this. There's a lot of talk going on about a turn 2 or turn 3 kill with this guy, or and stuff like that. But I think that it could be a pretty powerful card, so I hope it just gets more powerful. Number 10 is Corrupted Resolve. For 1 and a blue to counter any spell, that is pretty powerful. Especially with the blue-black infect deck, like with Tezzeret and stuff going around. I don't know if it's going to be real big in new Phyrexia, but if it is, then that's going to be a viable counterspell to put in there, even to replace, not completely replace Mana Leak, but to maybe do a 2 of and 2 of. But I like this card. Number 9 is Deceiver Exarch. This guy is powerful. I'm thinking the Splinter Twin deck is going to be kind of crazy for a little bit. There's going to be a lot of people trying to break out that deck in the new format, and I'm excited for it, actually, because I think that I love combo. I'm a combo player when I can be. I love it. So control and combo are my things. Number 8 is Sword of War and Peace. I don't know, I have mixed feelings about this sword. It's almost, it's not as good as Feast and Famine, but there's not going to be one as good as that. I mean, other than like Fire Ice. But Sword of War and Peace is powerful. It'll still shut out Planeswalkers. You can hit them and the Planeswalkers, and I don't know. That's pretty much all I have to say about that one. And number 7 is Lash Writhe. I am a huge fan of Mono Black too. I'm hoping to see some Mono Black deck evolve out of this new format, and I can't wait for that. Number 6 is Mental Misstep. It should be higher on my list, but I only put it on here because I think that it's only going to have a big impact in Legacy. It'll have it can have some viable options in Standard, but it's more of a Legacy, or even maybe possibly extended, relevant. I mean, there is a lot of one casting cost things in Standard, but the more broken ones that you have to worry about are in Legacy and whatnot. So that's my number 6. Number 5 is another mono black card, Phyrexian Obliterator. I fell in love with this card when I first saw it. It is aggressively costed, but in a mono black deck, it's got really no problem. I'm hoping to get a hold of a couple of these and rock them. Number 4 is Dismember. It's just powerful. I think that card is amazing. It also made it on my my limited top list. So I think that one's going to be pretty good too. Beast Within is number 3 for me. This card is a powerhouse. Pongify was played back when it was printed. It wasn't played a lot, but it was played. It gave blue an answer to some things, and some big creatures to shrink it. Beast Within gives you an answer to anything, and that is pretty awesome, I think. I don't know, this card is it's awesome. Number 2 is Hex Parasite. This card is pretty cool too. It's just a Planeswalker hoser, really. And, I don't know, I like this card a lot too. There's not much to say about it other than it's awesome. And then number 1 is Batterskull. yeah, can you say powerhouse? This card is just, it blew me away when I first saw it. When I was looking through the spoilers and stuff, I was, I don't know, I couldn't comprehend how they could print something like this and feel it be, okay. And it does live up to a mythic. In my opinion, I think this card is pretty nuts. Be careful out there and just, be aware of this card and pick it up while you still can. While it's kind of cheap, it's not really. Alrighty, and for my limited, I have in the let's see here, the number 6 spot. I put in Master Splicer. This card is cool. Is really cool. To me, it's one of the better splicers. There's a few other ones. The whole splicer cycle in this, they're kind of neat to have. I think in limited these are going to shine because of they give you extra dudes when you play them. Master Splicer is one of the better ones to me because it ups your toughness and your power, so it makes your 3/3 golems a little bit better. I really like that card. And in number 5 is the Chancellor cycle. These guys are pretty cool. They're definitely great bombs to play. I think that the white one, personally, to me, is the best. Just because the first spell that you play when you're drafting and stuff is usually what kind of sets you ahead. I think that the white one can just disrupt so many things. So I'm excited for those. Next, in number 4 is Cathedral Membrane. This one's kind of a sleeper, I want to say, in a way. It pretty much deals with anything. You play it, it stays there for a while. It's a 0/3, and it eats one thing that it blocks. I think it's cool. I think it's good. I think it'll be very good in limited, and the fact that you can play it on turn 1, kind of makes them think different about the game. Number 3 is Molten Steel Dragon. This guy is a freaking powerhouse, and especially in limited, this guy is just huge. You can play this guy on turn 4, and aggressively come at them for a lot the next turn. So in your sealed pool or anything, draft, pick this guy up early. And tied for number 2 spot is Porcelain Legionnaire and Dismember. I think if I had both of these in my first opening pack in a draft, I would be completely torn on what to take. They're both pretty freaking amazing. And I really like the Legionnaire and Dismember. I like Porcelain Legionnaire a little more than Dismember for this spot too, because it's removal, I guess. And in the number 1 slot is the Praetor cycle. These guys are ultimate bombs that just blow out anybody. I mean, the red one, Umbras the Hidden, he's a hoser on turn 5. All creatures your opponent control come into play tapped. I mean, what more can you ask for from a bomb? And he's a 4/4, and all your creatures will have haste. I think that guy is amazing. Shouldered is even pretty good in limited. You get shouldered out, and it's pretty much over. He's just a 6/6 body that just sits there and can attack, has Swamp Walk, and makes your opponent, Geth's Verdict something on their turn, which is another card I'll talk about here at the end. And friggin' bring stuff back to you. I'm excited for the Praetor cycle. I think these guys will shine in EDH. They'll shine in limited. Excuse me. And I think there might be, somebody might try to make something out of them with constructed. I can see Jintaxis in like a Reanimator deck. Of course, anybody can. That card would be nuts in there. I mean, being able to dig through 7 cards on turn 2 is kind of nuts. Alrighty, there are a couple honorable mentions on my list. If you were to get these unlimited, even you would play them no matter what, really. Once Karn Liberated, he is a little slow for limited, but once you get him in play, they have to deal with him. they either deal with him or kill you as quickly as they can as you're doing shenanigans with him. I think that he could be pretty good in there. Geth's Verdict is amazing, being able to make them sack a creature and lose a life. It is kind of aggressively costed for limited double black if you're not playing black. So that card's pretty good. So yeah, those are my top lists for new Phyrexia. I've only got a week left for my subscription contest. I want to say thank you to all my other subscribers that I have right now. It is amazing to have as many as I do. And I'm happy to put videos out for you every week if I can. I know I didn't get one out last week, but I'm happy to try to get them out every week. You know, I've been working on EDH footage, and it's ridiculous how long it takes to edit that. And so I'm trying to get that in so it's just not complete boring, just slow. I'm trying to get that to actually be something interesting for you guys to watch, and it takes forever. So if you want to check out the subscriber contest thing again, it's going to be like right here. And thanks for watching, guys. Almost forgot to mention, check out the Gamer Dummy. They put out some awesome videos. They seem like they know what they're talking about when it comes to anything Magic. They have a show called the Top Deck Show, and they talk about some of the new cards from New Phyrexia. So if you're interested in seeing some of their sides of some of their points of view, go ahead and check them out right about there. Thanks, guys.